You're scrolling through your feed. You see something that makes you go, whoa, and you have to ask, is this for real? Well, in this explainer, we're going to give you a simple toolkit to answer that exact question every single time.
So let's kick things off with a picture you might have actually seen before. It's the perfect example of the kind of crazy stuff that just floods our feeds whenever something big is happening.
Okay, so remember when Hurricane Sandy hit the US East Coast? Social media just exploded with images, and this was one of the big ones. It supposedly shows a shark swimming down a flooded street in New Jersey. A pretty terrifying idea, isn't it?
I mean, it looks dramatic. And, in the middle of all the chaos of a hurricane, maybe, just maybe, it seems plausible. But it really brings up a critical question for all of us. When you're caught in a total flood of information, how on earth do you spot what's fake?
Well, here's the good news. You don't need to be some kind of professional detective to figure this stuff out. Nope, you just need a simple, solid framework to guide you.
And here it is. It's called SIFT. It's a really easy to remember acronym for a process that can help literally anyone make sense of the digital world. It's designed to be fast, efficient, and honestly, incredibly powerful. All right, let's walk through these 4 simple moves. I promise they can totally transform how you see things online. This is what takes you from just being a passive scroller to becoming an active, savvy investigator. Now, the first 2 moves are absolutely the most important, and it all begins with one simple but really powerful action. It's all about fighting that gut reaction to just react.
That's it. Before you share, before you get angry, before you even get excited, just stop. Take a breath. This one little habit is your absolute best first line of defense against misinformation.
And there's a real psychological reason for this. This quote here from the Verification Handbook nails it. Fear and anxiety are basically fuel for the rumor mill. When we're stressed out, we're way more likely to believe and share sketchy information. So just by stopping, you break that cycle. Okay, so once you've paused, you ask a really simple question. Who's telling me this? Is it a person? A website? What's their expertise? Do they have an agenda? Are they usually accurate? A quick search can tell you so much.
All right, let's get into the next 2 steps. This is where we start building on that foundation to get to the real story. This is where you really put on your digital detective hats.
The third move is to find better coverage. Basically, don't just take one post's word for it. Open a new tab and see what other, more reliable sources are saying. And number 4, trace it back. Try to follow that claim or that photo all the way back to where it first came from. And this slide right here, this shows you exactly what original context can look like. On the left, that's a photo from someone who was just on a ferry and saw the miracle on the Hudson happen. On the right, that's a tweet from a passenger just moments after walking away from a plane crash. These are primary sources, the raw stuff from people who were right there. So how do you actually do all this? You use these tools. A quick reverse image search of our friend the street shark, for example, would have immediately shown you that the shark was photoshopped from a totally different picture taken way back in 2005. Boom. Case closed in less than a minute. So look, we've debunked a funny picture of a shark, and that's cool. But these skills, they go way, way beyond just spotting viral hoaxes online. This is bigger than that. This is the cover of the Verification Handbook. It's a guide that was literally created for journalists and aid workers. People who have to sort fact from fiction in life or death situations, like natural disasters or in conflict zones. And as experts from the UN point out here, during a crisis, the right information can literally be a life-saving resource. It's what shapes the response from the public and from the relief workers who are actually on the ground. So here's the bottom line. The difference between just casually sharing something and taking a moment to responsibly verify it, that difference has real, actual consequences. It can be the difference between causing panic and providing clarity, or between getting in the way of rescue efforts and actually helping them. Now, the goal here isn't to make you cynical about everything you see online, not at all. It's about empowering you with a new, powerful habit that's going to serve you and everyone around you. Seriously, think of it this way. Being the person who pauses and checks, that's not being slow. That's being smart. It's being responsible in what can be a really chaotic digital world. It's a skill that helps you cut through all the noise with confidence. That's all it is, just 4 simple moves. Stop, investigate, find, and trace. It's a habit that protects you, and it protects everyone you share information with. This is a skill you can start using right now, today.
with the very next thing that pops up in your feed. It's how you can go from being just a passive scroller to a confident and truly informed citizen of the digital world.